how to shift your energy to align with what you truly desire. If you've been doing the affirmations, praying, creating vision boards, and you still feel like nothing is changing, this might be the reason why. Welcome back, beautifuls. I'm Veronica Rosa, and let's talk about the law of attraction, but not in the way you've been taught. Because manifestation, it's not about what you want, it's really about who you are being. And most women are trying to manifest a new life from an old emotional state. In our first Healing Rise session, we talked about regulating our nervous system because before you can manifest anything, your body has to feel safe in receiving it. And this is the part that most people skip. They want the dream life without understanding the emotional patterns that are holding them back. You say, I want peace, but you're snapping at your kids because you're overwhelmed. You're rushing from one thing to the next. And even when you sit down, you can't relax. Your mind keeps going, what's next? What did I forget? I should be doing something. That is survival mode. It's not just trauma. It's not just big moments, but it's the constant feeling of pressure, urgency, tension, never fully resting. Your life may look okay on the outside, but your body still feels like it's in a rush to survive. And the truth is that your body isn't working against you, it's trying to protect you. It's just that you haven't learned what safety feels like yet. Drop a number one in the comments if this feels like you, or deep down, maybe you feel like I'm not enough. Or maybe you say I'm ready for love, but your nervous system doesn't feel safe receiving it. When somebody actually shows up for you, you start questioning it. Is this real? Why do they like me? This feels too easy. Or maybe you say, I want a healthy relationship, but when things are calm, you feel bored, you feel uncomfortable, or you feel like something's missing, so you start self-sabotaging. Maybe you say, I want to be loved, but when someone gets close, you either shut down, push them away, or test them. You start testing them. And that's not you being difficult. That is actually your nervous system not feeling safe with love that doesn't feel familiar. You're not afraid of love. You're afraid of the love that feels different than what you are used to. Because if you're used to inconsistency, emotional highs and lows, or having to earn love, then calm, healthy love can feel unfamiliar, uncomfortable, and even unsafe. So you're not rejecting love because you don't want it. You're rejecting it because your body doesn't recognize it yet. Drop a purple heart in the comments if you ever felt this way. And this is where most people get stuck because the law of attraction does not respond to your words. It responds to your emotional state. And that's why we have to talk about our emotions. Most people avoid them, but your emotions are actually data. They show your patterns, they show you your wounds, they show you where you are emotionally blocked. And one way to understand that is through your emotional energy centers, is through your chakras, which we went over through in our first session. I'll put the link below so if you want to go, if you haven't watched that first session. But each chakra holds a different experience: safety, love, confidence, expression. So when something feels off in your life, it's not random. There is an emotional root. It's data, it's information. And this is where the real work begins, because manifesting is not just about affirmations and vision boards, which, yes, those are needed, those are good, but it really starts in rewriting your internal story, the beliefs you've been carrying, the beliefs that you were taught or learned, that I am not enough, that I have to struggle, that love is hard. Those internal emotions don't just disappear. They have to be seen, they have to be processed, they have to be rewritten. And that's how you create a new reality. If you want to shift your life, you don't stop with vision boards. You start with aligning your emotions. For example, I used to be a people pleaser and would give the shirt off my back. I'd overgive, undercharge, and then be left with resentment until I started to practice aligning my emotions with what I truly wanted. I started practicing walking into a room as if I had $1 million in my bag, even though I had zero and no job. And if I truly had $1 million in my bag, I'm most certainly not going to be begging or accepting crumbs from others. I expected respect, even though you are paying my rent and feeding me. And it's not like in an ugly or distasteful way, but in a mutual give and take. I started shifting my energy to, instead of attending to you, is like I was opening my energies to receive. And that began creating the foundation of internal peace and joy. I stopped overdoing, overgiving just to be wanted or to be accepted. I started trusting that my basic needs for survival were going to be met even if I didn't overgive. I started practicing saying no without the fear of not being fed or being thrown out my house. And that slowly started shifting my energy to receive, to accept. I started opening up the funnels for manifestation to receive what it is that I really wanted. You see, unprocessed emotions create resistance. You cannot manifest clearly from emotional chaos. Emotional regulation is manifestation work. Embody the version of who you dream to be. Move like her, speak like her, protect your energy, and your body begins to learn safety through those actions. So you have to be clear on what you want. So a vision board is important. Write it down, put it on a paper, pray over them, say your affirmations, speak clearly over them, but also ask, am I ready to receive this? And what actions can I take to get me closer to my dream life today? Sometimes you start to see 1111 on the clocks, on an address, just in a random place, on a register. Yeah, or maybe you just say 1111, make a wish. That is not magic. When you see those numbers on a clock, register, or wherever it may be, it's a reminder for you to be aware of your thoughts. When you see those numbers, ask yourself, does what I'm feeling match the life I want? So if you want love and you're feeling jealousy, is that in alignment of a unified love? So become mindful and aware of what you are feeling, and does that match the life that you want? And if not, make that conscious decision to shift your energy to how you'd like to feel inside. And that alignment is how you begin to manifest. This is exactly why I created Heal and Rise, because I realized something. Healing with no structure keeps women stuck. And so I created a step-by-step system that helped women understand their emotions, identify their patterns, reconnect with their purpose, and actually create change, not just with vision boards and affirmations, but through strategically planning your personal goals. Heal and Rise is a guided system that helps you stay aware of your desires, your daily habits, to build a new foundation for the life you desire. If this video resonates with you and you are ready to heal and rise on your own terms, but with guided assistance, download a guided system to heal your emotions, regulate your nervous systems, and create a life you love. And for those who want, you can also get a printed version. I created something really very special, an iridescent healing bag. As I always say, it's not just a bag, it's transformation in a bag to bring you joy. But the truth is, it's not just joy in a bag and voila, there you have it. No, you have to create the space for it, which means you do the inner work on your own time. It's like cleaning your internal home, your internal house, your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotional pattern. And inside the bag are the tools to help support that process. But the real transformation comes with structure, with consistency, and actually doing the work. Not just getting the bag, you have to do the work. When you are clear on what's been weighing you down, you don't have to chase happiness. You feel it, you live it, you become it. If this resonates with you and you are ready to stop guessing and start aligning, the Heal and Rise workbook is your next step. You can start with a digital version or go deeper with a printed version and healing kits, because you don't chase what's aligned. You become it. And so before I let you go, put your eyes on the prize. You are the prize, girlfriend. Look at yourself in the mirror and say this. And not just say it. Don't just say it. I want you to feel it. Feel it from the core of your belly and say, I am safe to receive what I've asked for. I am no longer chasing. I am aligned. My energy is magnetic. My heart is clear. My healing is my frequency. My future is aligned, and know it and believe it. Even though there's no signs of it, believe it. Comment 1111 if you're choosing alignment over force because you're not waiting for a come up. You are becoming her.